patient advocacy is in and of itself, it's become a career, right? It's become a career path. They've formalized those relationships. They've formalized what that work is, at least in the professional space. And now, thankfully, and thanks to efforts like yours in the individual and personal space, there are resources to understand and better understand how to do that effectively.
This is kind of fun. All right, so I want you to put your right hand out in front of you like so. And you're gonna move it around to the right as far as you can go. What happened?
I went further.
You did.
Was that the intention?
Well, how come? How did that happen?
How do you care for them once they're bedridden? Nobody prepared us for that. And the third thing that I wasn't prepared for is the pain. And honestly, that's the worst part. And that's where hospice is amazing, because what they try to do is they try to balance the pain so that they still have a quality day.
I was at Carnegie Hall studying ballet with a Russian who tapped my foot when it wasn't pointed hard enough. And then Merce Cunningham and Alvin Ailey. I danced with all of these people. It was unbelievable.
Because you have to go out, do your research, talk to different people, try to get second opinion. And sometimes I call it push. You have to push some healthcare provider and say, hey, this is what I'm seeing in my loved one, and what are the options?
People recover better in their home. There's less risk factors from being in a hospital or a long-term facility. So the progression that I've seen is really amazing. And I think that that's really the future.
At least the employee they may not like it, but there's at least a little more understanding, because there's that idea kind of going back to that notion of fairness. They feel like they don't like it, but they feel like they're being treated fairly because everyone else who may be in the same or similar situation would be treated the same.
I guess my image of Carlin must have been TV special, so there was no cursing. Tonight Show, something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he may have hosted for a while. And we're going to deviate if we start talking about all that stuff. But
yeah, true.
What is extended care? Really, what it boils down to is if you need assistance throughout the day with maybe physical activities of daily living, transferring, toileting, bathing, dressing, eating, or continence, or you need supervision due to a cognitive impairment like Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, something like that, okay? That's what we're talking about with extended care.
I'm Sovan Purkait. I'm from India. I born in the eastern part of India, place called Kolkata. And it's a coincidental still. Its city is known as City of Joy. And we are spreading happiness by solving life problems.
Stop it. There's no need for a 90-year-old woman to be on 30 meds. Period. There just isn't any science to that. So my job is to accelerate deprescribing, not just from the clinician end, but how do we empower our providers?
When does it make sense for someone to consider a clinical trial?
Yeah, so I think the main reason to enlist in a clinical trial is because a patient doesn't have a drug regimen that works well for them.
A lot of that with dementia is she will look to me for how to respond. So that means as the day goes on and my energy depletes, I also have to work to be as positive and happy as I can be, because she's going to look for me. And if I feel positive, if I feel safe, she'll feel positive and safe.
One of the things that I try and convey to people is that it's impossible to know what a caregiver and patient advocate has to do and deal with until you're a caregiver and patient advocate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to, and I understand that now.
Yeah, because you're
yeah.
You're doing it.
Right. It's hard to comprehend how time-consuming and all-encompassing it is for all of these things. And we're just touching the surface.
Oh my God.
Right.